Hi there. I'm Lisa Taylor. It's so nice that you've joined me. Put your name below. Let me know where you're watching from. And I always love to see where you are around the world. About a year ago, maybe a little longer, I was at work and I was having a really hard time with the way somebody was approaching an issue that we were all dealing with. And I could not let it go. I don't know if this ever happens to you where you just kind of lock onto something, lock onto a problem, and I just couldn't let it go. And I kept feeling like, why can't they see it from a different perspective? Why are they blah, 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 blah? The stories we tell ourselves. And what I do, and you all who have followed me for a while know this, I'm very much a proponent of a daily practice. And I just kept praying. I just kept doing my daily practice, praying every morning, setting myself up for the day, really understanding the laws of God, the laws of good, and demonstrating that in my life. And knowing that there is principle that's governing the universe that is aligning everything rightly. And when we don't fall into the false beliefs of the ego, of that what's called sometimes monkey mind or the mortal mind, when we fall into the false beliefs of the ego, that comes with it a lot of perspective that is based in falsity, that's based on lies, that's based on limitation, that's based on lack, that's based on fear, on and on and on. So doing the daily practice keeps my thought aligned with what's true and real and good. And interestingly, because of my daily practice, this is how this works. I ended up running into somebody who shared a story with me. I ended up running into somebody else who shared another. So all these little pieces were being sort of deposited in front of me that I could look at and see this whole problem from a different perspective, and realized by that process that in fact, this person who I was having such a trouble with and was kind of blaming in my thinking for why this wasn't going well was actually doing it from a really good perspective. And my whole thought of it changed. There's that quote in Science and Health, which I know many of you are familiar with, the book Science and Health with Key to the Scriptures by Mary Baker Eddy, where she says the effect of this science is to stir the human mind to a change of base on which it may yield to the harmony of the divine mind. Now, what's happening there? It's not like stuff's changing like what happened to me. It stirred my thinking to a change of base, recognizing that harmony was already in place. And I was seeing it from a different perspective and not personalizing the erroneous suggestion or the error or the belief, my false belief in this other person. I was seeing it for what it was. There was an adjustment of perspective from my perspective, and then I was able to share from a very different place rather than from an antagonistic place. I was able to share and offer ideas that actually brought the solution to a very kind of simple, harmonious result rather than this whole antagonistic me against you kind of scenario. So I just wanted to share that. The science, this law of God, these laws of good are in operation, always, ever present. And when we look at the news and we see the horrific stories that are coming out of the news, it's our job to look at that and see it from a spiritual perspective and see and find the truth that we can stand for. What is it that we can stand up to and stand up for? I'm standing up for the truth and I'm standing up to error. But how am I standing up to error? I'm standing up to it by standing for the truth. And that automatically destroys the erroneous suggestion because that has no real power. You remember what I always say, this came to me years ago, but I've repeated it many times. When Jesus is standing on the cliff being tempted by the devil doesn't have any power to push him. If he had any power, he would have pushed him. What does he do? He suggests that Jesus throw himself down. So be alert to where the devil, evil, animal magnetism, mortal mind, aggressive mental suggestion, whatever you want to call it, temptation, where are you being tempted to throw yourself down or to throw truth under the bus or to hide and feel ashamed for revealing? Because that's exactly how error would try to get us, try to make us feel ashamed for speaking up. It's like, no, it's just trying to hide. Let's rip the mask off of it, expose it, and then it dissolves into nothingness. So anyway, oh, I need to let you know. So go to lisataylorcs.com. And if you are not a member of Morning Metaphys, This Choice Matters, definitely subscribe to the page and sign up for the free membership if you haven't tried Morning Metaphys, which is my version of a daily practice. And we all are in this together. So if you haven't tried it, check it out. And if you have tried it and you haven't signed up, what the heck? Take advantage of that newcomer special. So lisataylorcs.com. All right. Lots of love, you guys. If you haven't subscribed to this, subscribe to this. And if you haven't subscribed to This Choice Matters on YouTube, the name is changing to This Choice Matters. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel too. All right. Lots of love, you guys.